It's Saturday. That means it's time for a quickie. And I just want you to take a look at this tweet right here. Just take a look at this tweet. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. This kind of discourse on Twitter always surprises me, even though I should know better, because it's a blue check mark, and blue check marks try to get outrage because outrage gets a lot of clicks on Twitter and they make a lot of money from it. So I guess it shouldn't surprise me. But the sheer stupidity of this tweet almost makes me want to ask this person if they even understand how society works, if they're even capable of understanding how to function outside of the internet. Straight up. So Agatha All Along just ended. The final 2 episodes came out this week, and everyone is talking about it for that reason. There's nothing else really going on right now other than Venom. That movie's not doing well, so a lot of people aren't talking about that. They're talking about Agatha. Show that's been very well received. We're going to look at some numbers here in a second as well. Show that's been very well received. Theorizing when they're going to see certain characters again, stuff like that. And then you have this person saying, crazy, we're in a time where Wiccan is being talked about more than Superman. Hope that narrative changes when the movie releases and the world is reminded of the greatest superhero of all time. Hashtag Agatha All Along. So looking for people who are fans of Agatha to retweet it, complain on Twitter, which I'm not going to do. I don't do that on Twitter much anymore because I understand why they're making these tweets in the first place. But it just makes this person look so ignorant. It just does. Obviously, people aren't talking about Superman as much as Agatha because Agatha was just on the air. It just had its finale. So, of course, a lot of people are talking about that. Not to mention, we're not going to see a Superman trailer until probably December. At that point, most people will have moved on from Agatha, and then they'll be talking about something else. It's just a little ridiculous to me that people can't even let fans of Agatha, a show that got bombarded with hate, out of the gate. And regardless of all of the accusations of not being made for anyone and nobody wants this and blah, 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 all this dumb shit, regardless of all that, the show has succeeded and it's done really well. They cannot even let people have that because it is just one of those ignorant things where they do not want to believe that a show like Agatha All Along could be successful. Even though the show has done everything that a lot of these folks have asked for. Lower budget, more fidelity within the characters, catering specifically to the audience that wants to see it, very good linear storytelling, quality casting, quality writing, everything they've asked for is here. But because it isn't some mainline superhero, there's always an issue with it. Let's take a look at how Agatha has done now that it's wrapped up, because I think it's really important. Agatha All Along saw 4.6 million views for its penultimate episode in 1 day of streaming. By all accounts, this show, on paper, and according to social media, because people are mad that I guess fans are talking about the show, according to that, the show is a massive success for Marvel and Disney. Congratulations to them. I had a lot of fun watching the show, and I can't wait to theorize some of the stuff that happened in the last 2 episodes with people who loved it as much as I did, who may have some criticism of it, which is fine. You can have criticism of it. Criticisms are absolutely welcome. I love criticisms. What I don't like is stupidity. I don't like stupidity around stuff like this. I think there's a lot of it on social media. Again, congratulations to everybody associated with Agatha All Along, proving all of the haters wrong, fighting back against the astroturfing that was happening for the show, coming after the show because of the representation in the show, coming after the show because of them having queer characters in it, focusing on women, like all the things that all of these awful channels on YouTube were saying, all the things that people on social media, the big mouth on social media had to say. Now they're looking here and seeing that the show knew exactly who their target audience was. They knew exactly who they were catering to. They knew exactly how to make it happen, and they did it. And I'm excited. I think we're going to see these characters again. They've done really, really well. Most fans are either okay with the ending or, from what I've seen, are okay with the ending or really excited about the ending. I'm one of the people that I thought it was a really solid wrap-up for the show, and I can't wait to see where it's going to go. So I am curious if you guys agree or disagree with this. Did you like Agatha All Along? What did you think of the show? Do you notice anything strange happening with social media in regards to this? Are people acting weird about it? Because we're not talking about Superman right now, which, by the way, we are. People are talking about Superman and Lois. People are talking about that. They're not talking about James Gunn Superman because we don't really have a lot to talk about at the moment. They're releasing news about Green Lantern. Are you mad about that? Are you mad they're talking about Green Lantern instead of Superman? Are you mad they're talking about Batman instead of Superman? Or are you just mad they're talking about Agatha instead of Superman? They're talking about Wiccan instead of Superman. I'm just saying, I'm not an idiot. You guys know how I roll. I call it as I see it. Clearly there's a reason that these guys feel comfortable calling out this show for being popular and taking up the news cycle instead of all of the other news that's come out. I'm just saying. Everybody has a good Saturday. We'll see you at the beginning of the week.